Now we shall look into the difference between the vertical and horizontal axis wind turbines. So you can see the figure is given. Left side you have got the vertical axis wind turbine that was in Darius and Savianus, which use the drag forces or lift forces for rotation of the rotor or wind blades. And you have got the right side, you have got the horizontal axis. You can have single blade, 2-3 blades, or even multi blade horizontal axis wind turbine. So let us look at the vertical axis wind turbine. The rotor is perpendicular to the wind direction. Okay, the rotor is perpendicular to earth like, and thus it is perpendicular to the wind direction. So these designs use drag forces or else lift forces to rotate the blades. The most widely used application is the wind anemometer with its moving cups. So you can see even on this horizontal axis wind turbines, on the backs of the nacelle you got a anemometer. Anemometer, as I told, it is a small device which rotate. It has got small cups which will rotate and it will give the speed of the wind. Okay, you can see the diagram here. They have got drag wind anemometer with 3 cups are given. You can see the sketch here. Small scale roof type turbines are also often with the vertical axis to avoid gearbox. So this is not popular in here. In some countries it is popular, which are mounted on the rooftop so that they rotate and generate the electricity, and there is no need for gearbox. So vertical axis wind turbine, they are omnidirection. So wind can come from any direction. So there is no yaw control is not required for this. They can be easily mounted on the ground level. So here the tower is not needed. In horizontal axis wind turbine, we have seen long, big, tall towers are used. But here tall towers are not required. You can mount it at the ground level itself. The rotation speed is also low. Hence no gearbox is required, and there is noise also generated is very less. Generally near the ground with low wind speeds. So with low wind speeds also it will work, and it is located at the near the ground level also. But they have problems with self-starting, and the efficiency, if you look at the drag devices capture only 15% of the energy. That is that 7S turbine, second one, only 50% efficiency. Whatever wind energy is there, only 15% of the wind energy is converted into electrical energy. Whereas the Darius type, which uses the lift forces, this converts almost 40% of the wind energy into electrical energy. But as of today, no large scale commercial application we have seen. But this horizontal axis wind turbines, the rotor is parallel to the wind direction. Okay, the shaft of the rotor is parallel to the wind direction. The device uses lift forces rather than drag forces. So here also they use lift forces like Darius turbine. Horizontal axis is the most common design for turbines and is also the design for traditional windmills. Traditionally, whatever commercial windmills you have seen, they are mostly horizontal axis wind turbines only. So they are for electrical generation, mostly 3 blades are used. So the efficiency can go up to as high as 50%. So because see here and earlier also we have seen Darius, which is using the lift forces, it is almost producing 40% of the energy, and here in horizontal axis wind turbine also they have got almost 50%. See, the maximum limit of the energy which can be converted is called as Betz limit, BETZ limit, and the limit is 59%. So only 59% of the energy from the wind can be converted into electrical energy, because the wind has to move further, na? And thus that limit is known as Betz limit, and this 50% is a good efficiency. And this I got lower cut-in speeds than vertical turbine. Lower cut-in speed. So again I will recollect. Cut-in speed means the minimum speed at which the wind turbine starts rotating and produces electricity. That speed is known as cut-in speed. Okay. So this was the difference between vertical and horizontal axis wind turbines.